What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Look at all the beautiful butterflies. Oh, they're having a fiesta. Well, we had 2 nights of ice. Well, 2 mornings of ice, I better say. You know, I always hear George down in Australia at Real Life Fruitopia. My friend George, he's always talking about how Australia has the craziest weather. Well, Melbourne has the craziest weather. How they have 4 seasons in one day. Well, luckily we don't have that here. For the most part, most of the year, the weather is always the same. Hot. Hot, 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 hot. Hot and humid. Hot and muggy. Where you gotta take 2 or 3 showers every day. But during winter time, mostly December and January, and the beginning of February before Valentine's Day, we do have some crazy weather. But this year it seems to be starting in November. Well, it started in November. The other morning I got up for work and it was 35 Fahrenheit. And didn't see any ice, so I thought everything was fine. But Jialing, my wife, called, and at daylight, as y'all probably know, right as the sun's rising is the coldest time of the day. But anyway, so there's ice everywhere. I mean, the type of ice that you gotta scrape off the windshield and or turn the defroster on to get it to defrost before you can drive. But anyway, I just wanted to give an update on my trees. Anybody that's trying to grow tropical fruit trees in a climate that does receive frost. I'm not talking about dew, I'm talking about actual ice. And I got pictures of it, I'll show them later on a different video, or she took pictures of it and sent it to me. But anyway, I just wanted to show my update on I'm not going to show my citrus, I'm not going to show loquats, I'm not going to show the pineapple guavas, stuff like that. I'm only going to show the tropicals, things that people tell me that I can't grow here. And let's see what got damaged, what survived. This is the papaya here. It's about, I'd say, 8 foot tall, loaded. And as you can see, no damage. And this was Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning. Now it's Thursday afternoon. I wanted to wait at least 48 hours because some people will show it the next day or right after the ice melts off and say, look, I don't have any damage. And then the next day they dry out and die and turn brown. But anything that was going to die or turn brown should already be starting to show signs of damage. But this looks beautiful. I mean, look at the new growth up there. Everything looks fine. Avocado looks beautiful. The Brogdon. This is the the Hall avocado. Push your new growth right after the frost. Nothing wrong. The new growth didn't get damaged at all. And I just fed this a mix of mushrooms. I bought some mushrooms and blend them up in the blender, and man, it seems to have really liked them. The Lila avocado, no damage whatsoever. Push your new growth still. Sorry about the wind, it's very windy today. The Mexicola Everything seems to be fine with it. Starting to push new growth. And what's crazy is we had them 2 nights of cold, guys, but guess what? Now the lows are in the 70s every night, and the highs will be in the 80s. High 80s every day up until the most extended forecast I found sometime in December. The star fruit, no damage whatsoever. None of the new growth damaged. Not even the most tender of the new growth damaged. Everything came through like a champ. Now granted, it wasn't ice on it for 4 or 5 hours, and it wasn't a hard freeze below 32 or below 0 Celsius, but there was ice, enough ice that you had to scrape it off. But look at the white sapote. My goodness, man, this thing is really taking off. I am really amazed. At first I was worried because it didn't seem to be growing too fast, but now, every time I come out here it seems to be a few inches taller. Look at all the beautiful new growth. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with the white Indian guava. Nothing wrong with the red Indian guava. Nothing wrong with the lemon guava. Pushing new growth. Pushing new growth everywhere. Even got blooms on it. No damage. The moringa, no damage whatsoever. Looks fine. Looks perfectly fine, no damage. Jabuticaba, no damage whatsoever. A little bit of new growth. Like I said, sorry for the wind, guys. It was just sprinkling rain out here a few minutes ago. I took off work early today because I got a lot of things I need to get done. Plus it's my daughter's birthday, her 1-year birthday. But I got things so backed up here. I got a lot of work to do in my greenhouse, a lot of stuff I got to repot. I just don't have enough hours in the day. The Puerto Rican Wajaba, pink guava. Looking good, no damage, pushing new growth. The Barbados cherry, no damage. Looking lovely, guys. This should be motivating anybody that lives in a colder place where they tell you can't grow this stuff to grow it. Don't let them lie to you. Look at the longan, the Kohala longan. Look, new growth. Just had ice on it and still got new growth. The Rellenia. Now the Rellenia actually has a little damage. You see that? Surprisingly, the Rellenia has a little damage, but it's still got new growth pushing. The Rinki Black Sapote, no damage whatsoever. None. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The Neelam Mango, no damage whatsoever. Looking beautiful. The Malika Mango, no damage. Another guava, no damage. The Sapodilla, no damage. Everything looks awesome with it. Look at the new growth. The wax jambu. No damage. The only damage from it is some worms that were trying to eat it I had to get rid of. The Mexican cream guajaba. No damage whatsoever. Pineapple, no damage. The miracle fruit, supposed to be very tender to frost. No damage whatsoever. Pushing new growth. The lychee. No damage whatsoever. Pushing new growth. The Hong Kong pink guava. No damage. None whatsoever. But look at this. The sugar apple. The red sugar apple and the green sugar apple does show damage. You see that? After about 48 hours after frost, your leaves start turning brown and falling off. Now, it didn't kill the plant, but it didn't even hurt the new growth right there. This one got damaged a little worse. Little damage. So the Relenia and the sugar apples don't appear to be as cold tolerant as the rest of my plants. They seem to be a little more sensitive. Yeah, y'all already know the strawberry guava, the Cadillac guava. You know it's not gonna have any damage. It can handle 22 Fahrenheit. Look at a Suriname cherry. It's a beast. Look at it. Look at that new growth. Unfazed by the ice. Unfazed. Tangerine, you know it's good, but that mango, no problem whatsoever. Starting to push out new growth. Maybe even pushing some buds out. I don't know. I can't tell yet. But anyway, unfazed by the ice. Now, look, even the seedling Mamey Sapote, unfazed by the ice. Look at the Camito, the star apple. Everybody told me, oh no, it can't make it. It can't handle any ice. Look, unfazed. I actually seen a website that says these can handle 23 Fahrenheit if they're mature. I don't know how true that is, but it definitely wasn't damaged by frost. It took the frost like a champ. Look at all the seedling Mamey, seedling mangoes. All of them. None of them damaged whatsoever. The seedling avocado. More seedling Mamey Sapote. Mamey Sapote. Unfazed whatsoever. The ice cream bean. Unfazed. Look at this, the Canistel. Took it like a champ. I can't see any damage, and there's even new growth, tender new growth on there. If there should be damage anywhere, it should be there. None whatsoever on the Canistel, the egg fruit. It's a champ. It is a champ. Well, let's go see what happened in the greenhouse. Well, all the seedling lychees made it. The tamarindo made it. The seedling ice cream bean, canepa, tamarillo seedlings, the dragon fruit seedlings, the kratom, even the cacao. The cacao seems to be a little damaged. A few of these new growths got a little damage, but I mean, it didn't get hurt too bad. It's still looking good. Look at the jackfruit. The jackfruit was a champ. Unfazed. I mean, granted it was in the greenhouse, but still, I was expecting to see some damage on this new growth. Nope. Bananas that I had in here, the cocoa pod, the ice cream, the blue java, the granadilla, looking good. And thank you for all my new subscribers, and to my new friend down in Fort Myers. I appreciate the offer for the white chatoutes. That was lovely. This is an amazing community. You meet the nicest people. But look what I found. I had somebody mail me some. I got 5 white chatoute mulberries. I'm trying to propagate them. Look, George. I don't know if you can see, but there's cinnamon in there. A lot of people don't know that. Look it up. For all you guys that wonder why I got cinnamon on my plants that I'm trying to propagate. It's one of the best rooting hormones there is. And it also keeps it from getting root rot and bacteria. All my cuttings seem to be doing good. Alright guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope this inspires y'all. If you live in the tropics, you should be growing all this anyway. But if you live in a cold climate or temperate climate, then look, there's no excuse, no reason not to be growing. Unfazed. Look at all them beautiful green leaves everywhere. The only damage you see is right here. Right here. Other than that, everything else pulled through like a champ. Alright guys, y'all take care. I love y'all.